Hannah was also like, you got to ask Dantley about RC planes because you fly RC planes.
I do fly RC planes.
Like, are they like race planes or stunt planes? What are they?
They're mostly they're modeled after real military fighter jets.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. So I have a F-18. It's 12 feet long.
Whoa!
Twin-engine turbine airplane.
And it's jets.
Yeah, miniature jet engines.
What? That's the cool. Wait. Okay. So now you decide. You wake up on a Saturday. I'm gonna go fly my little F-18. How does your day look when you wake up and decide you want to go fly this thing? What do you have to do?
So I have to load up a trailer with the plane. I have a truck that tows my trailer.
Your plane trailer?
My plane trailer, yeah. I have a few jugs of kerosene or Jet 1A fuel that gets filled to the top. I charge all my batteries. I bring my pre-check flight list, my toolboxes, fire extinguisher, all the ancillary equipment necessary, and then I drive like 2 hours to the middle of nowhere in California.
Like east of San Francisco, like northeast?
Either east or south.
Okay.
You're probably familiar with Buttonwillow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so near the racetrack is a airport. Real airplanes can land there, so it's a pretty long runway. It's 3,000 feet, but it's only for emergencies.
Okay.
So we're flying RC there, and we have a radio. So if any time a plane needs to do an emergency landing, they can land. But that's where we fly. So I leave at like 5 in the morning, get there around 8 o'clock in the morning, and start unloading for the next hour.
Oh my God! This is like a whole thing. So
yeah,
how much assembly does the plane require before you can fly it?
Not a whole lot. It's the wings. Since it's in the trailer, it's just the wings. The vertical stabilizers come off if you need to remove them for transportation. But for me, it's just the wings.
What does that?
But then I have to go 70 pounds.
Oh, that's like really light. 12 foot long and weighs 70 pounds?
Yeah.
Holy shit, is that it?
I'm trying to find one. There's a lot of pictures, but
if you
what's
YouTube,
the scale? Is it 12 feet? Is that a fifth?
One fifth scale. If you go to YouTube and you search for my name, you'll find a couple videos.
Unfortunately, we can't play YouTube on YouTube.
We can show the
we can show the center card if it exists.
Do you have to get like flight clearance for this? And how fast does it go? This is turbine powered. This is nuts.
Yeah. They go over 200 miles an hour.
What? That's so rowdy. That's awesome.
And they have to, over 55 pounds, you need a FAA certification.
Okay. So are you flying it first person? Like, do you have an onboard camera that's transmitting to goggles? So you just fly it from the ground?
Line of sight from the ground.
That seems really hard. Is that as hard as it looks like it? Like it looks like it is?
Yeah, because when it's coming at you, the controls are reversed than when it's coming away.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. What would happen if you just put that thing in the street in front of your house and took off and flew around? Would you get like a ton of trouble?
I would, yeah. I would probably hurt somebody.
Okay.
But I take it out when I'm getting a new plane set up. I taxi it in my neighborhood, and so all the neighbors and kids come out.
God, they must freak out.
What is going on with this grown man and his toy airplanes?
So they sell the whole kit, right? You don't have to design the thing, right?
Both. Some of them you build from scratch. Others you can commission the manufacturer to paint the scheme for you. When I had more time before I had kids, I would do all the work myself. There's one of my planes.
Oh wow, that's big.
Fifth scale.
Yeah. That's a huge. Yeah. And so it's twin engines, right?
This one's a single engine. It's a F-104. They used to call
Phantom?
It's
F4. What's the Phantom?
F4. The F4 is a twin engine Navy and U.S. Air Force plane. My dad worked on those.
Fire department, whatever was going on, there's some crazy fire truck going by outside. I apologize for anyone who heard that.
Do you have a regular pilot's license as well?
I don't. I was halfway through my pilot's license when I was considering when I was training to go into the Air Force as a pilot, but I abandoned that and stuck to being a designer.
But these things look. We were in Switzerland. A friend of mine, we were on vacation, and we randomly came upon the Swiss RC Jet Nationals at some airfield.
Yeah.
In Switzerland. It's like down in this, it's like the bottom of a canyon. It's so crazy. And they had planes like this, and they sound like real planes, and these guys were doing crazy maneuvers and stuff, and doing really high speed, low level passes, and it was extremely wild to watch these things fly. Have you ever had like a massive crash in one of these things?
I have, yeah. I had a F-14 Tomcat twin engine jet that lost all elevator authority, all pitch authority, and it crashed into the ground. It's on YouTube as well, and it turned into a big mushroom cloud.
Oh, whoa! I mean, I bet the video is awesome. It's unfortunate. I bet the video is awesome. I remember reading a story about a guy who was so into this that he built like a B-52 or something, and it was it was enormous and whatever it was, and he lost his wife and he lost his house. he was so far into this shit that he just lost everything. And on its maiden flight, the thing fucking crashed into the trees, an enormous mushroom cloud. Well, now you got nothing. I hope you're happy.
I've seen grown men cry from crashes.
But have you ever wanted to strap those jet engines on your feet and do like a wingsuit jump? Because those guys take that to the next level.
Not since watching Rocket Man when I was a kid.
The Rocketeer?
The Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer is awesome. I love the very, very underrated movie.
Have you watched Birdman?
I did see Birdman.
The documentary about not the Michael Keaton movie.
I thought the Michael Keaton movie.
There's a documentary all about base jumping and the evolution of skydiving. But there was a guy who was working on putting individual fans all over his body to control his pitch and roll in the air. And
how did he die?
He died base jumping, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to laugh at that, but
that sucks.
No, anytime you see someone in a wingsuit shooting the gap in one of those holes or something, you go, okay, you win. You've just won.
Yeah, for sure. They've won everything in life. They've won.
But how come? Is it just like a no to go first person on the fighter planes at this point, or are people doing it?
I know a lot of people in that community. I don't know of anyone that's doing first person in a jet. They're doing first person in slower planes. The challenge is with the jet, unlike being in the plane, if you mount a fixed camera, you just can't really see. With a jet, it's similar to a real fighter. You have to control your angle of attack, you have to control your airspeed, and you have to understand your glide slope. And if you don't have the telemetry data, then you're kind of flying in a vacuum.
Yeah, so you need much more than just a camera. You would need a camera with a full telemetry overlay you get with a drone.
Yeah,
or
and you don't get the sensation of speed inside because of the limited view. And you want to have a gyro and and head tracking system. So as you're moving your head, the camera is also moving.
Yeah.
And when you're flying at line of sight, you can see, this is, a skill that develops over time, but you can see that the plane is parallaxing faster against the background. So you have enough airspeed. You can see its pitch relative to the runway. You know which direction the wind's blowing.
Right.
You just don't have any of that information when you're flying first person.
Oh, interesting. So I guess first person really does, it's really optimized for drone flying. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.